Do you have any referrals that you would recommend for us that are local ENTs that we can refer to, since unfortunately you're no longer practicing?
This question came up a little bit earlier. Honestly, no.
No. Uh-oh.
Now, my colleagues, they practice textbook, orthodox surgery and medicine, and they do the right thing, but obviously it's not working. My recommendation is to just find a local ENT that you're comfortable with. They don't have to know about these concepts, but if you're sending your child or patient for, let's say, tonsil issues or nasal congestion, that's what they're there to do. They can help you with that, with nasal congestion. Typically, you start with the Flonase and the irrigation, and there's a whole sequence of steps that they'll put you on. And only if they have huge tonsils or adenoids where they're going to offer surgery. Like I said before, the pendulum's kind of shifted where they're somewhat reluctant to do surgery. But other surgeons may have a lower threshold to offer it. And so just find someone that you can work with, and then if you're not happy, find someone else.
Thank you.
And it really is up to us. I think we could develop potentially in our community somebody, they just need to be interested. Some that are just so busy with what they're doing that they don't want to do anything more, they're not going to be the right person. But it's a heart issue more than a head issue. And I do believe that we could find and grow in our community somebody that would like to be a part of this community. And whatever they lack in airway knowledge, they can grasp rather quickly, and the skill set that they bring, you know, most of that is what we need. But we do need somebody that's affirming with the parent to, you know, to support your concerns about the child's airway issues or the parent's airways issues. And that's what we had with you, Steve, is that I was sending somebody to you for ENT services, but I knew the song you were going to sing was going to be synergistic with what I was singing, and that's what we need to develop here.
These type of physicians may be out there, I just don't know them. But if you happen to find someone, just share it with the group, and then that will spread online or by person.
This is for Dr. Park. Are there any known consequences to the removal of tonsils and adenoids? Like, they're placed there for a reason. And is there any consequence to the removal of them?
Yeah, it's somewhat of a controversial question. There are lots of pros and cons, and I know all the different reasons why. There's some reservations about taking them out because they're part of the immune system. They protect your body from infections. It depends on how much it's affecting your breathing and your sleep quality, because they've actually shown that when you have severe sleep apnea, your immune system just goes down the drain, and you're more prone to infections. And so at that point, I mean, I have, for example, when my child was in preschool, we had a classmate that had obvious sleep apnea. I mean, he had huge 4+ kissing tonsils. He wasn't doing well in school. The parents refused to have surgery because the tonsils are part of the immune system, and he just did not do well. And there are studies, official studies, showing that after tonsillectomy, the immune system goes up, gets much better. Now, the question is, in these intermediate cases, let's say you have very small tonsils, is that going to make any difference? In general, probably not, if it's not causing obstruction. But you have lymphoid tissues throughout your entire body, and tonsil is just one small portion of that. I think the bigger risk is just the risk of general anesthesia and surgery. That can be somewhat traumatic for a small child. So you have to kind of look at it on a case-by-case basis. Now that we're doing a lot more dental interventions early on, I've seen tonsils shrink with dental intervention. So there's lots more options than going straight to surgery.